Just so you know, this is silly town.
Hello. Welcome back to another episode of The Dog and the Frog.
Hi.
It's actually been almost 2 months since we sat down together at this point, so...
Which is horrifying, although nobody else knows that because we did such a good job before. What do we do with? I don't even... Hello, hi, you're going to join now? Dakota's here. Yeah, wow, 2 months. Fuck.
That's fucking insane. But yeah, so this is gonna be a fun one for everybody who decides to tune in.
Funfetti. A funfetti one.
Oh my god, you have the fun and I have the chaos of the Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, there's more sour than we're sweet.
Yeah, I'm about to get a sugar rush in the middle of this, and it's just we're fucked.
Oh, I'm gonna wake up with a sugar hangover.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I woke up with a hangover this morning. I didn't drink at the show last night.
So you had a hangover?
Well, yeah. I was fucking sick though, but it was the first show that made me think like, hey, maybe I should start wearing like earplugs to shows. Because that
You know what? I saw just this week. I saw Alpha Wolf twice and Hanson twice, and I actually needed the earplugs more at Hanson than I did Alpha Wolf. Like I was sitting in the crowd, I was like, "Wow, actually, right now, I kind of wish I had my earplugs."
Yeah. I've got Freya's, she's got some noise canceling headphones for Enter Shikari this weekend, but no, Whitechapel was, I don't know, I actually didn't know what to expect because I've never listened to them before.
Mm-hmm.
Like I literally went to that show just to see Lorna, and I left like, I have 3 new bands to add to my rotation. Fuck yeah. But Whitechapel, fucked. I'm gonna put a little stank on that because they were so fucking good. Lorna was obviously also fan-fucking-tastic, but I know they're never gonna hear this. Is it Matt Honeycutt, I think? The singer from Kubla Khan?
Oh, I don't know.
Fantastic. Amazing vocalist. But whoever they have posting videos of them all over the internet is doing a fantastic job with the angles because he is not that big in real life.
Oh.
Like
I need to look now.
Like Mans is stacked. Like he's fucking built, but he's not that big. He's like maybe my height. But yeah.
But you're tall.
Okay.
We're gonna do this again.
If I am tall, then as a man, if he is my height, then he's like below average. Because the average fair. Like male height is like 5'8", 5'9". So
fair.
And I'm 5'7". So and I've had this argument with my best friend before because he's also like 5'7", 5'8", and he's like, no, I'm not short, and I'm like, you're below average for that's fine. And I don't think he's ever gonna listen to this, so it's fine.
It's fine. Short kings get love too. It's okay.
Yeah. That's why I prefaced it with fantastic job. But he's not that big.
Well, I keep calling it the Alpha Wolf show, but it wasn't. It's actually Dayseeker. I was calling for Alpha Wolf, but it's actually Dayseeker's tour, and I actually at one point forgot Dayseeker was playing.
Oh shit.
To be fair, also Dayseeker's very good live. They're just not on my list of bands that I needed to see like 3 times this year, but I did.
Yeah.
But that whole bill was fucking stacked. So I had never listened to Kingdom of Giants before, and my friend Bobby was going on about them because I gave him 6. Because I gave him my ticket for the Boston show, and I was like, "Listen, you can have this ticket, but you need to tell me how you like Alpha Wolf." So it was Kingdom of Giants, Catch Your Breath, Alpha Wolf, and Dayseeker. So I knew 3 of the bands were going to be good, and Kingdom of Giants was brand new, and they are fucking sick.
Yeah,
so good live. There's one song that sounds like it's like a collab with Health, but it's not. It's like kind of like Health, 9 Inch Nails kind of vibes. So sick. So fucking sick. The whole bill was so sick. It was very good.
Oh yeah.
The crowd in Brooklyn was ass, but the crowd in Newport was good. Crowd in
Good.
Brooklyn didn't even look like they enjoyed Dayseeker. I'm like, what band are you actually fucking here for? Because you look bored as shit for all of it.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it was sad.
But yes, we've had an eventful last few days. Honestly, I don't even know what's happening anymore. I
Welcome.
like I got back and I still haven't. I don't think I've still adjusted to being back because like I so desperately didn't want to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you understand that feeling. Um, it just and it's funny because as I was like editing like the last couple episodes, I think it was the episode from 2 weeks ago, and I was just like, oh, I'm making a backup plan because shit doesn't happen. Fuck the backup plan. Fuck it.
Yep.
That no, not happening. I've already talked to my therapist about this. I I was kidding myself, honestly. Um, and I think part of it was just like a little bit of me was like doubting myself and like my decision to make something that big happen. But nah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get there. We are manifesting, making shit happen because the only way that I can explain it, because like it makes zero sense. Like I didn't know anybody. I had never been there before. I knew fucking nothing about where I was going or what I was doing or anything really. I have never felt more at home somewhere, and that feels insane to say, but like it didn't feel like I was coming home. Like obviously like my kids are my home and all that,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just like, Mom, can you just like I'm not ready to come home. Can you just put them on a plane and we'll fuck it. I'll figure it out. We're just gonna stay here. Uh
That was
um,
that was my dream. That was my hope that it would be that simple for me. I was like, I'll just get the dogs over there and then I'll figure it
yep.
out. Fucking rules and shit.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I put some big things in motion like as soon as I got home. Like because I had the day after I got like actually landed, I was off, so I didn't have to like go to work or anything. And it was nice to like be able to readjust. And I thought I was gonna like sleep in and have like jet lag and just be fucking crashed, but I literally got up at 8 o'clock and fucking sat down and just got to fucking work. Um, so yeah, no, I'm very determined. But it was so much fun over there. Like I don't know. I have so many things to say about all of the things that I did, and I don't feel like there was anything that I even like missed, which feels like a lot because I was only there for like 2 weeks and I know there's like so much shit to do, but I think I
Mm-hmm.
packed so much stuff into it that like next time I go, I'm not gonna want to do any of the touristy stuff because I managed to knock all that out on this first trip. So I just get to, go back to fucking around. Even though I think most of the touristy shit that I did, I managed to pack into like a couple of days so that I had the most of the time to just fuck around.
You did do a lot though. You got a lot. The museums and shit. You got your potato.
Dude, that fucking potato was so good. Um, Major shout out to the Spud Bros. I'm gonna make sure I tag them this time though, because not only was that potato one of the best potatoes I have ever had in my fucking life, but all of them were so fucking nice. And I actually don't know which twin I talked to because one of the ones that helped me was one of the twins. Actually hilarious. And thank you for understanding the joke on my t-shirt. Because almost everybody else that was on the truck it didn't click at first.
So what I'm hearing is
Uh,
believe the hype about Spud Bros.
Absolutely, like
Got it. Got it. Write that down.
yeah, no, so fucking worth the train ride. Because I literally, yeah, I took the train like 3.5 hours both ways up to way up fucking north just for that potato, and it was honestly so fucking worth it. I don't know. I actually don't know what kind of potato it is, but apparently they have like a special genre of potato over there that they use specifically for baking. And so I don't know. It's like perfectly crispy and like I can't even describe it. It was literally heaven.
So it's not just like a russet potato. Obviously, it's not an Idaho
No,
potato, which is the first thing I almost said because blonde moments. But
no, it's like a special kind of potato that they have over there.
oh,
Yeah. I think I saw somebody online say like the closest thing that we have to it is like a Yukon Gold, but it still doesn't compare.
really? I feel like those are creamy.
The inside crisps or the inside is creamy, but the outside crisps up like just perfectly. Especially when you get like the butter and the cheese in there, like it. Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna spend 20 minutes talking about a fucking potato.
Listen, I don't care. Food is food. I mean, I'm eating
Uh,
fucking synthetic icing out of a can, so
yeah.
you can tell me
I,
about real food.
that was actually honestly, I think that one of the only two actually British foods that I ate the whole time I was there. I tried
One of the
so
two
hard
what?
to act like actually British foods,
Okay.
because I was not eating like typical British food the whole time I was over there. Aside from that, and then I went to Borough Market one day and got some triple fried chips, and they were all like loaded up with like some chilies and they had like a curry dipping sauce with. I don't know. They were fucking phenomenal though. So go to Borough Market and get those fucking chips. They're fantastic.
All
Um,
right.
it was also right next to like a bakery slash baking school, and I got some shit from there too, and that was also fan fucking tastic. Uh,
I'm real sad. I'm real sad that the Momo cart was closed when you went.
yeah, I'm definitely bummed out about that, but I was still getting to walk around up there in Shoreditch and like a Brick Lane and all that shit was super cool. The record shop that I happened upon was amazing. They had like three Y2K vintage shops, and like I went in
Mhm.
there and I'm just like the fact first of all, the fact that I am not even 30 years old and Y2K is considered vintage is that hurts me deep in my soul. But like it
Mhm.
wasn't like the TikTok Y2K that everybody's trying to make happen. Like it was like proper Y2K, like which was amazing. So I'm just like, damn, I haven't seen some of this shit since like, fucking sixth grade. That's wild.
Like walking into a time capsule, except for me, it was high school, and I was like, "Oh, I think these might be my pants. Someone might have taken these from my closet. These red camo yoga pants."
Oh, the fucking 2-inch wide mini skirts. Well, I am not walking around with a whole vagina hanging out. Thank you very much.
I tried so hard though. I was on like this crazy mission for camo cargo pants, but
Yeah.
apparently my ass is not the same size it was in Y2K, and they didn't have them for this thing. But I'm still on the lookout.
Oh, it happens. We'll find some. Um, Fuck. I'll just have to send you some of the ones from the section here because the amount of thrift stores here that have camo pants because it's the Midwest and everybody and their father hunts and owns camo even if they don't hunt. I will find you some and I will mail them to you. You'll have your
But you gotta,
your
they
Y2K
gotta be like
cargos.
not the proper ones though, right? Like the ones that look like Y2K camo.
If I can find some, yes.
Yes. Oh,
I
I
just
have
said
stuff
fuck it
for
and
you.
bought some like dad style camo cargo shorts.
You.
I did. I got them the
I,
same day that I found my high vis vest, which I regret not taking, honestly, which sounds
what?
silly, but um, so like pint glass's whole thing
Uh,
was the
that's right.
fucking high vis vest with that like printed on the back, and I'm like, damn, I would have fit right in, honestly.
Yeah, you could have
Um,
wore it.
yeah, but I didn't think about that because I was mostly there for Party Cannon, um, which fucking phenomenal, hilarious. That was like the perfect way to end my trip, honestly. Like it was the last night that I was there, and also blew out my eardrums. Um, but no, they were really good. I definitely want to see Party Cannon again. And Pint Glass, honestly, I didn't expect them to put up. I don't know why. I don't know why. I always go into these things like expecting to not get as good of a show as I end up getting, and maybe it's like I don't want to hype it up too much because then if something happens then I'm disappointed. So it's just like, well, just pre-disappoint yourself so it's amazing every time.
Well, yeah, why not? And then it's always a good time.
Yeah. Um. But yeah, that was the second show that I went to. The first show that I went to was also so good. I was actually really nervous when I first got there because I haven't been in a venue that small since like high school. And it was also I also was I mean, I guess you kind of already knew that I was like super anxious just being there by myself. Um and it was just so weird because it's been like a decade since I went to shows by myself. Um but you know, just a couple beers. I'm glad I shouldn't have done it, but I'm glad I had those fucking cigarettes because I definitely just chain smoked my way through the anxiety.
All
And
right.
I ended up having a really good time. I talked to a couple people. And actually, some dude tried to chat me up.
Ooh,
That was fun. Yeah,
was he
but
cute?
he tried to do it right as one of the bands was starting. So I was just like, oh, I'm actually gonna go up here because I'm going to take pictures. So sorry. It was nice talking to you though.
And then you didn't go back to him at all?
We like said goodbye as like he was like leaving.
Oh,
Um, and he was just like the show was over, so it was because it was right before Osaya went on, so they were like the last band. And so like afterwards he was just like, oh yeah, it was nice to talk to you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your trip. And I'm just like, yeah, it was nice to meet you. And like that was it. Um,
oh, that's fun.
yeah. I mean, he was really nice. Actually, everybody that I actually interacted with was super nice, which I wasn't expecting because you hear all those things about like British people meeting Americans and they're just like super annoyed with everybody. But almost every person I talked to was, first of all, extremely surprised as soon as I opened my mouth and they realized that I was not from there, which was hilarious every single time. Like, because I'm not used to being the person with the accent.
Yeah,
So
it's
catching everybody off guard with like that was just, I don't know, it was like a fun little game. I was like, how are they going to react this time? But everybody was so genuinely nice, and I don't know, maybe that helped my experience. But
I love that.
yeah, I'm definitely glad I went though, because like I miss small shows like that like so fucking much.
Little dive bar shows.
Yeah, like the stage is like fucking 2 inches tall.
They don't even all fit on the stage.
Dude, no, and the ceiling was so fucking low. Um, that was hilarious. Especially for the taller motherfuckers. I got to talk to a couple of the dudes in the bands. Um, Danny from Beyond Extinction was super nice. And him and Chris were like suggesting places for me to like go see and shit, and they're just like, yeah, go up to Camden Market and like, you know, but be careful because it gets super fucking busy. And I'm like, yeah, I tried to go up there after I got a tattoo the other day and almost had a panic attack, so I left.
Yeah, it's not a. It's cool, but it's not really that fun to navigate at all.
No, it was a lot. I did end up going back up there on my last day because they have a lot of the like touristy spots, and my friend really wanted a I Love London shirt, and I'm just like, okay, if there's one place I know I can find that, it's definitely like up there. So I did go back before the show. Um but yeah, it was, I don't know, they were just like really chill, and it was honestly super weird because again, it's been so long since I've been able to have like an interaction with the band members like that and like tell them that they did a fucking great job. And like I ended up seeing, I think it was the singer from Beyond Extinction. I ended up running into him at the Party Cannon show. I got to
Oh,
talk to him again a little bit. I don't know, everybody was so fucking cool. Uh
I know everybody's so nice when you leave here.
um but yeah, aside from shows, I did also do other fun things. The museums were super sick. Um, it was kind of weird being at like the main museum. The Natural History Museum was just amazing because I like all the dead stuff, and that was just so fucking cool. Um, but the like British Museum with all the
Mhm.
stolen shit, the vibes in that place were wild. Like,
All the
because
stolen
obviously
shit.
it's like the, like I did take some pictures of stuff, but I walked into the rooms where those mummies were, and like I don't know, it's just this weird energy. You could just feel it, and it's like, oh, I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be able to see this stuff. This does not belong here.
Yeah, you're like,
Like
hey,
obviously
you
nothing
guys shouldn't be here.
like there's like one section where it was like prints that were actually like gifted to the museum to be on display. Like that was like the only section where the stuff was like supposed to be there. Uh but everything else in there is just like this none of this belongs here. Um but like that room specifically, like it's just like there's just fucking dead bodies just like chilling there, and it's like
No, no, thank you.
yeah, didn't take a single picture in like any of those rooms. I got to see the fucking Rosetta Stone though, which is insane. Uh I don't know how I didn't remember that was there, but I like walked past the case and I was like, oh fuck. Uh,
I didn't go to any museums. I didn't even think about that.
oh, it's so fun. I mean, I'm you know how I'm a fucking nerd and shit, but
I know, so am I, but I'm like this. I just like wander. I just wander till I find things. Like I wander into just random places and like
yeah,
I don't know. I'm so anti-plan. Like even when we were there and Victoria was like, she would ask us every day, like, well, what time do you think we're gonna come back to the Airbnb? And I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, well, will we come back, to get ready for whatever the event was each night? And I'm like, I really don't know. Like, you're
yeah.
asking the wrong person. I have no idea. Like, I assume that before we go to a show, we'll come back, but I also don't care if we don't. Like,
That was the fun part. Like I planned a couple of things like that I actually wanted to do, but like once I left my Airbnbs, I was just who knows when I'll come back. I don't know when or where I'm gonna eat today. We're just and like I know the subway goes like all over, but I walked so fucking much. Like
yeah.
I was eating like shit the whole time I was there, and I still maintained the weight that I left because of how much cardio I was doing, which was also cool. Probably didn't help that every time I did get on the underground, I was sweating my fucking ass off.
Yeah, it's
Like
hot.
even on the chilly days, like it was sweltering down there, and everybody there's wearing like the big fucking puffy jackets, and I'm like, are you not dying?
That
Like,
that is the biggest difference that I saw between my time in London and my time in Wales.
yeah,
People in London are always dressed to be cold, I feel like.
crazy.
Anytime I've been to Wales, I've seen in August I saw fucking parkas and tank tops. When I was just there the other 2 weeks ago, whenever I was there, I also saw like parkas and tank tops. Like I see have clothing for all weather at all times. Also, my internet's doing a weird thing right now, so you probably can't hear me. So let's see what happens here.
I can hear you. You just glitched a little bit.
It's coming back slowly. Did you hear any of what I said? My internet has been super weird.
Yeah, I did hear you.
Perfect.
You just froze a little bit for a second, but
Okay, good.
it'll be all right. Oh, and your
Yeah.
picture is now clearer than it was before.
Oh, good. This is the thing with this laptop too. Like this is not my work laptop, no issues. This is because I was like, oh, I won't buy a new Mac yet. I'll wait and see what they give me for work, and then I'll buy it after. And I bought this little piece of shit, and nothing works.
Yeah,
Lenovo Yoga, suck a dick. Yeah, but like I saw, I just feel like in Wales people wear clothing for all seasons, all year round. Like it was wild.
actually insane.
What you doing? Come here. Sorry, this one's restless
What
tonight.
else happened?
I don't know. What was your favorite thing you did? Or saw or ate? Okay,
Oh no!
how about like top 3 moments?
Oh fuck. Okay, so the first show was probably up there in the top, just because like I don't know. Overall, it was a very wholesome experience, and I also felt super fucking good, like super confident. I was really nervous about my outfit choice because I knew I was going to like a smaller town, and I walked from the train station to the venue, which was like about a half-hour walk, and it's like a suburb kind of vibe, um, and so it's looking half naked and super alternative walking through a suburb, you get lots of funny stares. But as soon as I walked up to go walk past the venue, your boy got a couple double takes, and I'm just like, you know, we're good. We're good. I'm like, I'm fine. This is fine. And then I went back to being anxious, like, once I was in the venue, but then I started drinking and it was fine. But, like, I think that just switched in my head that, like, it was, I don't know. I think something happened while I was over there, like, with the way I was perceiving myself, and being able to just, like, wear the outfits that I wanted to wear and get, like, not be stuck wearing my fucking work uniform all the time, because I don't get to dress up and, like, go out anymore. It's awful. But you know, it was just fit after fit every day, and I was just feeling myself, and I quickly figured out how to not look like I didn't belong there. And so I didn't feel like I was constantly getting all the weird looks that, like, a lot of the other, like, touristy, you know, like, you expect to get looked at like a tourist.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It was like it was a weird mental shift. And so now I come back and I'm like, I'm hot as fuck. I am that bitch. And I think that's just, I don't know, that shift that happened was also one of my favorite things. But I also talked to a couple of the youngsters that were at the show, because the amount of young people at those shows was crazy.
You
And,
got
like, I know,
you got to be the old lady for once, the old person for once. Like,
yeah.
hey, mom at home, show mom here.
It was so cool though, because, like, I know the drinking age there is, like, lower, so it makes sense that, like, even being at a bar, like, there would have been younger people there, but, like, we lost all, like, our, you know, all ages venues in this, well, almost all of our all ages venues, and, like, most of them suck now. So getting to see younger people there was super cool from the start. And then afterwards, I ended up talking to these two girls, like, super cute outfits, super cool makeup, and it was just that moment that, like, kind of like the drunk bathroom moment, where it's just like we are now best friends, and we all just started, like, rambling at each other about, like, everybody's makeup's so cool, and, like, they were telling me they wanted to do my makeup, and I'm just like, I really wish I didn't have to leave. I love you guys so much. This is so much fun. I like ah uh and I don't know. It was really cool. Fuck. I feel like I'm just rambling.
Okay, I like the excitement.
I'm trying to remember. Like, I had moments that were just like that. Like, things just kept clicking, because, like, there was a huge overall click, and then there was, like, little things where it's just like it kept going.
Continued confirmation.
Yeah, but it was super weird moments though. Like, um, I went up in the dome at St. Paul's. I
Mm-hmm.
walked up some 400 fucking stairs to go up into a fucking church. And that was, like, just looking at it from up there was crazy. And I definitely had, like, a moment up there where I'm like, I'm trying not to throw up because my vertigo kicked in really bad.
Oof.
But I'm also having this, like, epiphany of, like, I'm so glad I did this. Like, I'm so glad I'm here. And I don't know, that felt like a weird place to have one of those moments. But then I also went down into the crypts, and, like, that was super sick. They have, like, a whole corner that's just, like, dedicated to, like, artists.
Oh.
But also, it's like, you know how when you walk through a graveyard, you, like, kind of try and walk between where people are buried?
Yeah.
You can't do that down there. It's literally, like, giant stone with somebody's name on it, and there's, like, a thin line of grout right next to it, somebody else, like, so you're just walking over all of these spots where people are buried.
Oh, that's weird.
It was insane. But it was so cool. And there's so much shit down there that, like, the stonework was so cool. Like, there's these, like, giant slabs of fucking onyx and stuff, and they're gorgeous. But it was a trip being down there, because I'm just like, I'm just walking through, like, casually walking through a crypt right now. And I don't know. Obviously, there's some people buried down there that are just like, oh, fuck you. Like Churchill.
Step on your grave.
Yeah, Churchill I couldn't step on because he was not buried in the floor. Um, my little fuck you moment towards Churchill. I think the Queen was down there, but big, massive, guarded fucking gate right in front of that, which I get it. Yeah, I also would have gated and protected my gravesite if I was as nasty as her.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I mean, there was also just like normal people. It's like, oh, this person like ran an orphanage or something that was like, you know, really important to, you know, the people that ended up being important to the church or something like that. And then the architect who actually like did the church is like down there and stuff, and that was really cool. But that's honestly super fucking worth the trip. It's just it's so pretty.
Where was it? Which one is this?
St. Paul's Cathedral, like the big main one.
Yeah.
But just the fucking artistry in that place. Like that's why I went, because like I love architecture and the artistry and all that stuff. And like I don't know. I don't know what I expected. But like they have all these fucking mosaics like all over the ceilings and stuff. And so I have like 40,000 pictures of mosaics of Jesus on my phone now. Because I'm like looking at these fucking, you know, quarter-sized pieces of
moment.
Like I don't even like the guy like that, and it's just my phone's full of him now. Like,
listen,
and these like giant, like life-size statues of angels with swords, which is just badass.
That is cool.
Yeah, that was super cool. My dad was texting me while I was over there and was like, hey, what are you doing today? And I'm just like, oh, I just walked across Tower Bridge. And he's like, I also walked across Tower Bridge on my first trip there. And I was just like, I love that for us.
I walked across Tower Bridge on my first trip there.
Honestly, it's really cool. I kind of wish I would have done like the tour thing and like gone up in it. But
we did that.
Oh shit! Is it worth it?
It's cool. It was hot, which was weird because it was December, but it was hot. There's a lot of stairs.
Yeah,
it was cool.
I'm gonna add that next time because I walked across that shit a couple of times actually. The first time was actually on accident.
Then you were like, "What? It looked cool."
I didn't know where I was going. And then the next time it was actually intentional because where I was staying at was Bermondsey.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's how the the underground announcer said it.
Bermondsey.
That's where my first Airbnb was at. So I was like really close to it. And so to get from there up to Shoreditch, it was like I just walked directly across the bridge.
Yeah.
Which I probably should have taken the underground because it was definitely a 45-minute walk both ways.
It's a long walk.
It was so long.
It's a pretty long one.
But I don't know. It was really cool. Everything was so cool. It was fuck. Bristol was also super cool. Got to live out my skins moment. I definitely like got drunk and just went up to Brandon Hill and sat on Cassie's bench, and like little 16-year-old me was just like screaming. And then I realized how dark it was, and the way back to my Airbnb was through the unlit part of the park. And I was like, oh, I'm tipsy. I should not be walking alone through this park right now.
No, probably not.
But it's fine.
But I make lots of questionable decisions when I'm away from home.
Yeah. I mean, obviously,
I make my
fine.
most questionable decisions.
Came back. But Bristol was super cool. Definitely like felt more like the speed of Omaha, but more like college town vibes.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because there's like multiple colleges, and especially where I was staying at was like really close to one of the the art institute. Which I didn't know until I got there.
Yeah, the vibes when I was only in Bristol for like half a day, but the vibes were definitely like a younger college vibe.
Yeah.
There was a lot of binge drinking too in August for some reason.
Yeah. the first night that I actually went out there, I ended up in what was definitely more of like a hipstery kind of college bar on a trivia night, and that was weird. I don't know. It was a cool bar. The beer was really good, especially comparatively to the bar or the beer that I had on my last night of the first week in London. Because what I don't know what it was, but that beer was disgusting.
Oh no.
It was like the definition of piss beer.
Was it warm too? Sometimes it's warm.
It wasn't warm. It was just. It was like almost stale. Like it was like a stale, and it had like the taste of an IPA, but like somehow really weak. And I feel like none of that makes any sense together, but it was really gross. But the vibes in that bar were immaculate.
None of it sounds good, that's for sure.
No, it wasn't great. But the bartenders were really nice, and the vibes of it were really cool because it was like they had signs up that were just like London's most haunted bar or something like that. But you go sit inside, and they had a giant sign up that says Topless Tarot Tuesdays, and they were playing like fucking reggae music, and I don't know. It was a vibe. Really chill, just really gross beer. But then the not so great vibes at the next bar, but the beer was fantastic. And then I found a cat pub. I would love to go back there.
Oh.
I honestly would go back to Bristol just for the cat pub. That place was really cool. Like the whole back wall behind the bar was just covered in like doodles that people had done of the cats that were there.
Oh, I love that.
That place was really cool. I sat there for a good while. Discovered that I liked sour beer there. And
what kind of sour?
It was like a dark, it's like sour dark cherry or something.
Oh,
it was delicious. It was
don't
definitely
like sour,
really
but I could see
strong,
how that
but
would be a good intro.
oh no, super good. And at first, it wasn't the first one I had there. Like I ordered just like some regular, just lager, but I was like, oh, that was kind of mid. Let me try something else. And so I like asked for that one, and the bartender was like, "Are you sure? Like it's really sour." And I'm just like, it's beer. I will literally try any kind of beer. She's like, "Do you want to try it first?" I'm like, "No, give me a pint." It was so good.
Get to the bit.
Will always fully commit. I also tried Foster's while I was there. I haven't had Foster's before.
You had your first Australian beer in the UK?
Yes.
There you go. I like Foster's actually.
It was actually pretty good. I'm trying to think. I tried a bunch of like weird like local stuff. But I can't remember most of it. I think Foster's is the only one that I actually remember the actual name of what I got.
So you might get another one of those terrible beers next time you go. Another piss beer because you can't remember what it was.
That one I won't, as long as I don't go back to that bar, because that one was like the bar. It was like their beer. So
I
think I'll be okay on that one.
Okay.
Yeah. I would go back there though, because I really enjoyed the bartender that I had. He was very lovely. Actually, it was really the nicest bartender that I interacted with.
Oh, I love a good bartender.
The one at the college bar was not. She did not seem to want to deal with me at all, which is super cool.
Was that the bar that was also like hipstery though?
Yes.
Oh.
It's fine. I would not go back to that bar. The food was really good. The beer was delicious, but the vibes were just not it. The Bristol Aquarium is also super adorable. The fucking monastery that they had there was. I wanted to just climb inside of it and just like live there.
Oh my god, I heard monastery first, and I'm like, why? Why did you want to do that? And then I was like, oh, monstera.
No, giant plant.
Yes, got it. We're tracking now. I've caught up.
trying to think what else happened. Might have made some connections from the Party Cannon show, which is kind of sick. Don't know how that. Well, I actually ended up befriending the merch guy for Party Cannon.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that we've been chatting off and on. Basically since like the day after I got back. But yeah, that's. I'll have to tell you more about that off camera.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I'm sure there's like 1,000 other things that I like wanted to talk about, but I'm rambling so hard.
When's the next trip back?
Plotting, scheming. We're gonna find out.
There you go.
I actually do have some plans in the works. Because right now I'm building my portfolio, as you know. I've made a whole website actually. For like my portfolio and for like contact and all that stuff. I'm in the process of setting up an Instagram for it. I just shot, so I have the shots from the 2 shows over there, and then I just went and shot last night. And then I have 4 more shows for sure lined up for the next like 3 weeks.
Okay.
Because I'm going to see Enter Shikari twice, and then the home team is going to be here. And, oh fuck, what is it? Sorry Mom is also going to be here like the week after that. So I'm going to go shoot all of those. And I'm just building a portfolio right now. And then that's kind of my plan, is just I'm going to keep trying to go to as many local shows as I can for the foreseeable future. And once I feel like my portfolio is kind of somewhere I'm happy with, once some bands or artists that I feel are on a not so huge level start to announce like shows or like mini tours, or like, because smaller bands will do like the 2-week kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe attempt to reach out to some of them, see if anybody wants to like hire me on as a tour photographer kind of thing. Which I feel like is a big leap to make in less than a year, but I'm manifesting. I'm confident in my abilities.
Then it's not a big leap.
Yeah. Plus, I'm just gonna keep getting better. Also, major fucking shout out to Kay for the camera recommendation, because this bitch is amazing. And it was very impulsive that I like bought it instead of just renting one. But I compared the prices of like renting one versus just making the payments on it, and then I got approved for like, instead of the lump sum. So I'm like, fuck it, we ball.
Correct.
And honestly, it was super worth the investment, especially because now I can get into shows with it, and I don't have to try and like get a photo pass for taking like my actual big camera. And honestly, with the age of my other camera, the quality is probably better on this point and shoot anyway. So yeah, we're plotting, we're scheming, we're gonna see what happens.
I like it. I'm excited.
I'm nervous, honestly.
So, nervous is not always bad. I can't reach my book right now, but I always tell people to pick up a copy of Atlas of the Heart by Brene Brown.
Yeah.
It reads like an encyclopedia of emotions, and when you're feeling like your nervous, jittery emotions, you can open it up to that section, and then you can name what the actual emotion is rather than just nervousness, and you have an excited type of nervousness to you right now.
I think that's what it is.
But I can't reach the book to tell you what it would be called because I don't have pants on. And it's far away.
You're good. Honestly, you're probably right. Because like I'm having like an anxiety disorder and all that stuff. Sometimes it's hard for me to like differentiate when I'm still trying to like learn how to live outside of the constant fight or flight. It's like, am I nervous or am I just excited and can't tell the difference because my nervous system just, that's how it perceives that feeling anyway. And I'm sure some of it is nerves, but I think it's like the idea of reaching out to artists and like the fear of rejection that makes me nervous, but overall, like for the whole idea of what I'm doing, I'm definitely just excited.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
I love it. I will be on the lookout for friends I know that are in your area.
I'm also willing to travel. That's kind of what I'm hoping for, is that like I get to take a plane ride over again and do it over there. But yeah, I'm happy for shows to go to here always. Ow.
I want to do a little bit of festival season over there this summer, I think. So
Ooh, you're gonna go to download?
I think so. I need to look and see which ones.
Get some
Um,
heavy duty mud boots.
I know.
Some wellies.
I gotta look. But I do want to, because I keep watching festivals get announced here, and I keep looking and want to go to one so bad. And between the lineups being trash and the way that they're structured, giving me anxiety, I'm like, maybe I just will try somewhere else. Maybe it'll work out against, because I actually love festivals, so
Yeah.
I want to be back at one. So I'm gonna try over there, see if it feels better.
I've heard really good things about Download. Like usually the people that bitch about it are just mad about the mud, but like the show itself, like the shows itself are always solid.
Festivals are dirty. They're dirty and sweaty, and you're eating garbage food and drinking beer, and that's the whole vibe. That's what I miss.
Right.
Miss fighting
Plus
for my
it's
life at work
fucking,
or on the pavement.
speaking of, although we did manifest Warped Tour coming back,
I'm mad.
it's not even a tour. It was 3 fucking shows.
Oh,
And
DC makes no sense for the East Coast. Like, what are you doing?
plus,
Also, don't open a pre-sale without a lineup.
yeah, no, fuck
I
that.
need some headliners.
$150? No. Get the fuck out of my face.
I need some headliners. Like, come on.
Also, whoever's running the fucking Warped Tour Twitter, get fucked. Because
Why?
I'm fucking defending Ronnie Rat Piss. I hate that man with every fiber of my being.
I have a hard time with Falling in Reverse because I like them and I don't know what to do with that. This is the book I'm going to read to help me with that. Hold on. I want you to see. Look at how high I'm reaching up. This is how high this stack is. I literally bought this book because I like Falling in Reverse so much, but Ronnie is so problematic.
Yeah.
It says, "Monsters, what do we do with great art by bad people?"
Yeah.
It digs into like Picasso and shit, like some of like the really old like I don't know. Anyway,
See, that's one I do struggle with, like specifically him, because like looking at like I never got into Falling in Reverse or anything like that, so like I don't struggle with that specifically, because like all I know about them is how much of a piece of shit he is. Um, but I did struggle with it with like A Day to Remember, I guess, and like finding out the shit about them and like
brand new.
yup, that sucked.
That hurt.
Fucking Anti-Flag.
Oh, I don't know.
That one I should have seen coming, but on a different topic for a different day. 19-year-old me has regrets. But yeah, I mean, I think that's about it. Because like I think by the time I grew up and realized that like JK was fucking absolute dog shit, I had also realized that her world building of like Harry Potter and all that stuff was also dog shit. So it's like I don't really have to defend this because you and your work are all garbage. So, you know.
Yeah, see, I don't really like Harry Potter, so she's not a problem for me. She's just trash.
Yeah.
She's just no bueno. But I didn't like Harry Potter, so there was no like struggle for me. I think the first big one for me was like when I was younger, it was Michael Jackson. I was like, fuck, I really like this guy. And this is really fucked up. And he's really fucked up in general. And I don't know where to put all these feelings.
Yeah.
Ugh. Anyway. Yeah, but I'm just mad. Like, DC's not a good place for, like the emo kids up here were not in DC.
Yeah.
And also Orlando, like Disneyland. Why the fuck are you gonna put Warped Tour in Orlando? Come on.
Yeah. That was one of the nice things about when it was like actually like a tour, is like I could drive like 3 hours and actually make it to one of the dates.
Yeah.
And I was only paying, $45 for a fucking ticket. It was fine. But No, fuck that. Also, while we're talking about the shitty bands or shitty people in questionable bands and whatnot, like that's gonna be half the lineup anyway.
I know. I can't tell you I'm not gonna go yet. I can tell you I don't want to go to DC, and it's gonna have to be a sick
Yeah,
fucking lineup to get me down there because I have no desire to be in DC. Like that's too crowded.
yeah.
I don't. I really thought it would be like in Atlantic City again on the beach, which would have been cool.
I might
We'll
I might
see.
wait to see what the Riot Fest lineup is this next year. Because it honestly wasn't that good this year, so I'm not like I mean there was bands that I'm just like, oh bummer. But I'm like, I'm also gonna be, in the fucking UK, so like who fucking cares?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I always keep an eye on that one because at least that one's like that's not bad. I feel like it's kind of worth the price for the tickets.
Which festival was it? I don't know if it's Sick New World that dug up Orgy from the grave. Orgy's on a festival lineup. Like
I don't know.
I want to say it's Sick New World, and I want to say the headliners are Metallica and Linkin Park. But like,
Great.
I just remember reading the thing and being like, "Orgy? Who the fuck excavated these guys from their tomb? Like, what do you mean orgy?
I don't even think I know who that is.
This is a joke? Oh, I can't.
Ugh,
I don't know. I haven't been alone. This is the first day I've been alone since October 4th. This is only the second day that I've been alone without other humans around.
Jesus.
That's why I don't have any pants on and why I'm dressed like a little skater boy because I earned this and why I'm sitting here eating icing out of a can.
Hell yeah.
I earned this shit.
I don't want to go back to work tomorrow.
I actually do. I love my new day job so much so far.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude, my boss like she dropped like a note in Slack like last week and was like, "How's everybody's week? What's everybody up to?" And I'm just like, you know me, I never shut the fuck up. So I'm like, "Oh, I'm really excited. Got 4 concerts this week." And they're like, "Who?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to see Hanson twice and then Alpha Wolf twice." And of course, like somebody drops the Umbop video and is like, "This Hanson?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then a couple of them are like, "Alpha Wolf, never heard of him. We'll check him out." I'm like, just want to be clear, we're on two very opposite ends of the spectrum here. I don't know everybody's tastes. Like when I get to know you better, I'm happy to recommend things that I know would align for you. I don't know if this is anybody's jam. And then I was on a one-on-one with my manager and she was like, I noticed that you mentioned that band is pretty metal. She's like, "I was a metal drummer for 10 years." And I'm like, "You were?" And she was
Hell
like,
yeah.
she was talking to me about going to download and stuff. And I was like, "Listen, you might like Alpha Wolf."
Hell yeah.
And then of course she said she was a drummer, so I had to send her a clip from the Summoning Live, and I was like, check out this drum solo. But it was pretty cool because she's like very mild mannered, soft spoken. She's also part Welsh, and she just confessed to me that it was really hard for her to not let my excitement over Wales bias her decision. She was like, "Obviously it's not why we picked you, but it was pretty hard because Wales is a magical place." Like, you're right, it is. But no, I like it so far. I love it.
That's
It's really
awesome.
nice for people to like have respect for the knowledge that I have and the work that I do. Again,
Yeah.
I can't wait.
That's good.
Yes. Yep. Let's see what else, because this is going to be your. It seems like this is your Fig's trip wrap. What else do you want to say about your trip? What was your I don't use the word favorite because I hate when people ask me for favorite anything. But like, what's the biggest takeaway or new awareness? What's new awareness?
Okay, this is gonna sound silly because
Nope. Already done
maybe
it
not
though.
maybe not to you specifically, but
Okay.
somebody is gonna be
Okay.
like, "Oh, that's interesting."
Fuck 'em.
Um, before I left, I would never go eat in a restaurant by myself or just go sit in a bar by myself. Like I had to be like going to meet somebody if I was going out for drinks, or if I wanted to eat out, I would order it to go and then just bring it home and eat it there. Like I would never go and just comfortably exist in public alone. And I can do that now, like so easily. And like I'm so fucking glad that like I had to. Because I'm like, obviously I'm like, I'm not gonna get this to go and then just go sit in my fucking Airbnb and like waste time. Like I'd rather, go just at least sit in the restaurant and like eat or whatever, like go have a drink or whatever and like just chill and, whatever. Because it feels like a waste to just hide, you know, away from everything while I was there. So I was like, I'm gonna force myself to do this. And if I have a panic attack, I can always fucking leave.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's always that option to remove myself from the situation. But I didn't do that like at any point. Like the closest that I did was if I was getting anxious, like at the show or something, I just went outside and smoked a cigarette. And like, but it was fine. And like I wasn't worried about the way I was being perceived or anything like that. Like, which is, I think the fuck not, my dude. No, no, you're just gonna have to fucking wait. Baz decided to escape through the fence and then out the neighbor's gate earlier today. So I spent a good 20 minutes running around the block looking for him.
Oh.
So there's a giant hole in my fucking fence. Love it. And I don't have any way to fix it. So.
Oh.
But yeah. So my biggest takeaway is I can now function like a normal adult and go out in public and just exist alone and not freak out. Sorry. He's being a whiny baby.
I don't know what about that is silly. That's a big one. That was a life-changing thing for me too when it happened years ago.
Yeah.
You would not know me if I didn't have that moment.
I honestly don't think it would have been so easy for me to have that if like I didn't have you guys like in my pocket. But also the fact that I had such dog shit service everywhere that most of the time I couldn't even like be on my phone to like cope. Like, and the Wi-Fi everywhere is also dog shit. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing with your service over there? But yeah, so I would just sit there and just like look around, and that was also something that I picked up on like super quickly. Is that like when I walk places, I either stare at the ground or I'll like be on my phone. But I had seen so many videos about people getting their fucking phones snatched like everywhere, especially in London. And so I would like super study the map for wherever I was going before I left my spot, and then I would actually like be looking around and like purposefully walking everywhere and like not just be like on my phone or staring at the ground. But that was something that I noticed helped me not look like a tourist.
Listen, the number one thing, I said this when we were in the city. We were in the city for Hampton the other day, and I was with Kevin, and this guy in front of us is like walking around like he's fucking lost, and he's looking at his phone. He's not paying attention, and I was like, "This is why tourists get robbed. This is how the fuck you do not travel. You need to show up somewhere and walk around like you know where you're going, even if you have no fucking idea.
Yep.
And then nobody fucks with you.
Yep.
Like nobody. I walk around, I fucking make eye contact with people. I have like one earbud in. I might have a map in, tell me where to go, but I'm looking you dead in your eyes. You know I'm fucking aware of my surroundings, and I look like I know what's going on. And I was like, that's why people get robbed. When people get robbed because they're traveling, they're not paying any fucking attention.
Yeah.
That's the move.
I figured that out very quickly. I think it was like after the first day of walking around, I was just like, yeah, no, we're not doing this. We're gonna pretend we belong, and it worked.
Plus, you miss so much too. Like you miss all kinds of things, especially if you're walking around and changing locations like you were, and you only have a set amount of time to see the area that you're in.
And there was like a lot of cool stuff, like just like walking to the areas to like actually go do stuff, or just like I got lost so many times trying to just like find stuff, and then I ended up finding cooler things because I got lost too much, and I was like, fuck it, we're not doing this anymore. I'm going to do something else, and I'm just walk till I found something else to do.
That's like Fingers and I walking around Cardiff. Like I like to keep my head up because there's just like art everywhere, and then there's like posters for shows and comedy shows and fundraisers and shit. And I'm like, if I was in my phone, I wouldn't see any of this stuff.
Dude, the amount of fucking street art there, like,
Mhm.
so good. And like here, that shit gets painted over so fucking fast. So like it's it's not as good. But over there it was fucking everywhere on every building. I took I probably a good like third of the pictures that I took walking around I think were just of random fucking street art.
Mhm.
Dude.
I've got a
No.
whole new world brewing in my head for my bit. Not a whole new world. That's not true. I have ideas brewing in my head for my business after
Yeah.
a like 3 hour like no destination city walk with Fingers when she gave me some Adderall. And we were just walking around talking and I was like, "Oh my god, everything makes sense now. Everything's so clear. I have to do this thing." But then I didn't really take any notes and I told her I was like, "I really wish that we like took some notes after we had that walk or like that we recorded it cuz now I need to like think back to all of it." But it's in here. I just need to
I'll come back.
get it back out. But I got
Bud,
ideas.
can you fucking not? He's okay. I'll be right back because this motherfucker is. Oh wait, I'm also north. I think I managed
Fun.
to slide in without showing everybody my ass.
I think you did too.
It's okay.
I wasn't paying attention though. I was like in a daze.
These videos get flagged for explicit content anyway, so
Here you go. So it's fine. Everything's fine.
um.
9.5. I was gonna give it a 9, but I feel like you got more.
Yeah. Well, I'm drinking non-carbonated water tonight, so.
Oh. I just drank like 2 liters of water. Well, we're at kind of at an hour. Should we cut it off here? Because otherwise, we'll just keep talking because we haven't talked in forever.
Yeah. I mean, we can cut it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
We'll do a travel part 2.
All right. We'll be back with more yapping. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.